Zach Sterniola with NASCAR.com. Chandler, this chapter comes to a close for you at KBM and the Truck Series. So I'm curious what your emotions are after a night like this, especially as close as you guys came late.
Yeah, I mean, not happy or anything about it, obviously, coming up third, racing with a 38, coming to the white flag pretty hard in position to be able to either use them up or whatnot, and I felt like I did everything I could. It's just they were in their own zip code all night. Like, that's just the realest thing about it. I mean, they were really, really good this year throughout the whole season, and we all knew that we were going to have to race them at Phoenix if we made it here. I think I'm speaking for probably anybody. So, I mean, to be completely honest with you, I feel like they may have been the most deserving out of anybody. We busted our butts and we made it here, but they were the best truck tonight for sure. So it just wasn't meant to be for our group, and it's definitely emotional because Danny Stockman's been a really big part of my learning curve of getting in the NASCAR ranks and kind of maturing to being a full-time Truck Series driver, then racing for a championship. Stockman's a really, really big part of why that is, and my whole group. So I mean, yeah, it's really disappointing, but I can't be too upset with second full-time season and raced for a championship and had a shot at it. Just wasn't meant to be.
Go to Jonathan over here, and then back to Matt, and then Bob.
Jonathan Field, the racing experts for Ty. Obviously, you have a rich racing background, and I guess my question is, this week going through this whole championship for Buzz, and ever since you clinched the spot, what has that been like? Have you heard from certain people? Just like, what has this whole experience been like?
Yeah, it's been a dream come true. My NASCAR career hasn't been great up to this point. Been through a lot of rough moments, and have had a good support system around me, and just persevered through some rough times, and landed in a really good spot at Thor Sport, and just thankful to have had the opportunity, and it was just a matter of me just taking it all in all week, right? It's so hard to make it to Phoenix, and to do it my first full-time season has been pretty special. We've come a long way throughout the year, and we've been putting races together on a consistent basis the back half of the season, and all you can ask for is a shot to win this championship, and just really proud of the effort of everybody. It's been, like I said, a dream come true season. I think we have a really good foundation. Hoping to be back next year.
And Chandler, I guess my question for you, obviously losing a championship is tough, but being a new father, has that kind of changed your outlook on, having a loss like this? How's that kind of been?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing my wife and my son, to be honest with you. So, yeah, off-season's going to be fun, for sure.
Okay, come up here to Matt.
Matt Weaver, Racing America, first for Ty. Just kind of walk me through the run you had there and what happened with the contact with Zane.
Yeah, I was just I knew the 38 was obviously the best truck all night. He's been probably the best truck all year on a consistent basis, and we were trying to bring a championship home for Duke and Rhonda, and I got pretty aggressive there, tossed it off onto the apron into one, and tried to get to his quarter panel and wiggle him a little bit, and in doing so, I probably should have been either more aggressive or way less aggressive. I just kind of met in the middle there on aggression standpoint, and just took all the air off my right side and spun out underneath him, trying to get underneath him and get a run. I knew if I could get underneath him and get to his quarter panel on exit and pull him back, I knew at that point it could have been between Ben and I, and really would have ensured a championship for Thor Sport, and that was sort of my vision in making that move. It just I didn't execute it well enough and didn't pan out.
And then Chandler, on the restart, being given the chance at the front row, did that surprise you? And did you like the opportunity? I know it's not the bottom, but to be able to have clean track and at least be on the attack?
I wish I could redo it because I got such a good launch. I actually launched way better than him, and I was about half a truck length at the start-finish, but I didn't want, for some reason, there be a penalty, so I lifted a little bit to let him get back even with me. And a part of me wishes I would have just kept in it and went on with it, you know what I mean? There may have been a different outcome, penalty or not. I still gave it my best shot, but coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? But no, I mean, it was really good. Got off in there, 38 slid up and crossed him over and tried using him up, getting into turn 3. It's just we both drove in super deep. He was already on my door, had no air on my side, and was just swatting flies in there, so there was nothing to even use.
I kind of thought of the Derby a little bit in terms of what's going to happen on the corner. How deep can you go? How deep were you willing to drive it, and what could have happened there if you guys both didn't drive in so hard?
Yeah, these cars or these trucks are completely different than a super late model. If you drive in on somebody's door in a super late model just as deep, they're not going to be affected as much as a truck. And a truck, I mean, crap, I was next to spinning out getting into turn 3, to be completely honest with you. So, I mean, I could have probably backed up my entry, but the reality is the 38 already had clean air on his nose and everything, and he's been so good all day. My best shot was to try to wiggle him a little bit, stay side by side, getting into one and use him up again, which I almost did, but the 99 was still behind him. They were able to line up, and he kind of had an air buffer and kind of pushed him away from me, and I couldn't stay on his quarter.
Do we have anything in the press box? Okay, we'll come back down
questions.
to Bob.
Bob Hawkers, Fox Sports. Chandler, you answered most of my questions, but did you? So on the final 2 laps, I mean, did you do everything that you did? Did it play out the way you thought it was going to, or did something else happen that
no, honestly, yeah, it played out about how I simulated in my head when I got the outside. I knew that I was going to have a better launch than the 99 because he was on 2 tires. I was on 4. I felt like I was going to have the advantage getting into 1, which I haven't seen the replay if I did or didn't, but the 38 slid up, crossed him over, but he had the preferred lane getting into 3, in my opinion, which was kind of the middle to top just for him. Being able to have, good solid drive, get the power down, not have somebody sitting on your door. So it wasn't the best situation for me, but when the 99 took the bottom and the 38 kind of went to the bottom as well, I was wanting to go to the bottom, and then I was going to do exactly what the 38 did. But that kind of completely flip-flopped what I had vision in my head, and at the end of the day, it just wasn't meant to be. We did everything. We were mistake-free all day, gained spots on pit road, every single pit stop. We didn't have the best truck, but at the end of the day, we gave it a shot, and we had one, and we ended up 3rd, so it wasn't meant to be.
Okay, any final questions for Chandler or Ty? All right. Well, congrats, gentlemen, on a great season. Thanks for a great race, and enjoy your off season. Thank you.